Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and this week we just started Aries season, and we are going into our Libra full moon, which is our final contraction and the beginning of the eclipse season. So it's a whole lot of stuff going on. In particular with this final contraction of the moon going from a super new moon down into a micro full moon, it is applying a lot of pressure on all of us. It is giving us a lot of friction and tension that we are being called to fight against and create our own balance through this moon. And it's been really interesting so far. It's very exciting, especially again, Aries season. We're popping out our heads, we're starting new things, new ideas, spring is springing, all of that stuff. So it's a very exciting new world, and I'm super excited to get into our reads, so let's get going. Hey Libra. So I'm going to do a little story time with you guys, because there's this thing I've been working over in my head through this whole Pisces to Aries birth process and revelation. And I was just thinking about how not all of us were pushed out into this world. I myself, in true Virgo nature, was a scheduled C-section. I put my time on a schedule, and we were going to meet it. But also, my experience was a little bit different, wasn't it? Because I wasn't pushed out into this world. I was lifted out into this world. So the pressure might hit me differently than someone who knows that experience. And then I started thinking about water births, because a baby doesn't take a breath of air until their skin touches air. So that's how water births work. But it's one water world to another water world into the air. I was just wondering how that affects everybody. How we all feel during this Pisces to Aries transition, now that we're all poking our heads out. There we go. See? We had time for stories. Eight of Pentacles, face down and sideways. Are we working behind the scenes? Not necessarily referring to how hard we are working on the external. You could be working very hard at your job, but are you working very hard on you? Are you seeing success? Progression? Five Pentacles. Ooh, something behind it. And the Empress. To 10 Pentacles. Okay. I had to pull more for this to make sense. Because the Empress with the Five of Pentacles alone looks one way. But the Empress between a Five of Pentacles and a 10 of Pentacles makes all of the difference in the world. The multiplier. The magical queen. The Queen of Queens. Taking lack, emptiness, fear of not having, and doubling what you already had coming in. Creating that completion, that home, that security, that stability. And I think, especially with that Eight of Pentacles coming out, I think this is a reminder to you, if you're not working very hard internally, that you yourself do have the power and ability to take this spiritual malnourishment that you are experiencing, these physical manifestations of lack. You have all of the power to turn it around on a dime in a matter of time. But Libras, we have to stop standing in indecision. Internally, again, we are opposing these changes, these shifts, this power, simply by standing in indecision and not really moving or working because we don't know which way we want to go. What are you working towards? We need to start making up our minds. We need to start picking something up and doing something with it. We need to know. Make that decision. What's best for you? What would an Empress do in this situation? Would she weigh the pros and cons until the problem eventually just dissipates? Because problems never really go away, they just get bigger, right? The conflict just gets harder, the indecision only grows the longer that we stagnate in that situation. Or does an Empress make decisions? Sometimes she has to make very hard decisions for the sake of her empire. Not everybody gets to have. There are going to be have-nots. Not everybody can win when you are ruling multiple kingdoms. But you have to do what's best for everybody. You have to do what's best for yourself. And when you do that, that's where you see real growth and success. Because you properly delegated your time, your energy. You have to give back to you. You have to come back into your true power. What a deep moon this is. And it is today, too. Just dropped right out of the bottom. I offer you this, Libra. Strengthen the Knight of Swords. Have courage. Express your love and kindness, knowing that that is where real strength lies. And cut out the things that we know we're going to need to sacrifice in order to make our dreams come true. In order to give ourselves the security that we want and need, we're going to have to face down things that we maybe don't really want to. It might be really scary to walk up to that lion that's roaring, but it's hurt and you know it. So heal those wounds. That lion, that beast, it's inside of all of us. It's inside of you. Give your beast some kindness, some love, some patience, and help it to come to terms with the things that we need to do next in order to reach our highest positions. Thank you so much, Libras. I hope you have a fantastic full moon.